Welcome to this video, Governance Objectives. Ever felt like your security program is seen as just a cost center, constantly fighting for budget and relevance? What if you could flip that script and turn compliance into your company's greatest competitive advantage? In this video, we'll explore business value drivers of cybersecurity governance, transform regulatory mandates into strategic enablers, create RACI accountability matrices using AI, establish measurable governance KPIs effectively. By the end of this video, you'll be able to articulate cybersecurity governance business value clearly, transform regulatory mandates into strategic objectives, create accountability matrices for governance programs, establish measurable KPIs for security initiatives. Business value drivers, trust and ROI. Cybersecurity governance is a strategic enabler, not a cost center. It drives value through liability management, reducing fines and litigation costs. It safeguards reputation and builds trust, attracting customers and partners. Governance improves operational efficiency, shifting from reactive firefighting to proactive planning that reduces disruption. Financially, it ensures investments target significant risks, maximizing return on security spend. By transforming compliance into a competitive advantage, governance supports long-term business success. Turning mandates into strategic enablers. Governance aims for demonstrable compliance, proving adherence anytime to auditors, regulators, or clients. Standards like ISO/IEC 27001 serve as a universal framework, integrating laws such as HIPAA, GDR, and the EU AI Act into one cohesive system. This unified approach eliminates the inefficiency of managing mandates separately, turning complex requirements into a streamlined risk management tool. Rather than chasing each regulation, organizations manage them centrally, transforming compliance from a burden into a driver of business value.
Now let's see how we can use an AI tool like Google Gemini to quickly translate these abstract goals into practical accountability matrix. So here what you see on the screen is Google Gemini, where I have already prompted create a RACI chart for a new cybersecurity governance program. The key objectives are reduce breach likelihood, reduce breach impact, and achieve demonstrable compliance. The roles are Chief Information Security Officer, IT Manager, Legal Counsel, and the CEO. And here you have automatically turned into Canvas. So it means that we can easily generate the document and export it, right? Canvas also allows to edit it better and kind of have a ready document. And this kind of RACI matrix that you see here has been used by me many times when preparing some ISMS documentation, cybersecurity policy, and related documents. For example, because there were many roles, sometimes this documentation is just so broad that it applies to all employees and associates. You have some business continuity roles and stuff like this. So this matrix is actually super useful for anyone to find what the roles are, right? If they're informed, then they know that they don't have to check things as to their obligations, so that they are focused on those, especially where they are responsible or accountable. If they should be consulted, it means that somebody should reach out to them, right? And then we can take it from there and, for example, discuss like for reduce breach likelihood objective, add specific activities like vulnerability management, security awareness training, and assign responsible and consulted roles for these activities. And then we'll have it worked around, and you see here loading in this canvas. We could use another function and it would be just step-by-step input from chat or Gemini, and then we would take it from there to some document. But then you see excellent idea, clarifying these objectives, and here is revised chart, right? And they have already updated task 1.4 vulnerability management, and you have straight here. So I like this kind of canvas style here. I wasn't used to it before, but then Gemini automatically just applies it when it works well. And then we can even work further. For example, we can expand the achieve demonstrable compliance objective, add activity conduct annual ISO 27001 audit, and assign the CISO accountable and the CEO as informed. Let's see if it's working. Okay. So here in objective 3, right, we would have to have this yearly. Let's see, it has to, yeah. They added 3.5 and they added CISO as accountable and also responsible. Okay. And you have CSO accountable, responsible, right? So it's doing things exactly in a document. So I think this could be helpful if you create some policies with AI. So as you can see, this simple exercise transforms broad strategic goals into a clear map of responsibilities, setting the foundation for a successful governance program. And you can do it with virtually any policies, not just one, but also like an overview of all the obligation throughout the documentation that you're preparing.
Setting measurable governance KP is to prove governance value, objectives must be measurable. Standards like ISO/IEC 27004 guide translating goals into KP is, for example, reduce breach likelihood becomes metrics like patching critical vulnerabilities within 30 days or phishing simulation pass rates. Reduce breach impact can be measured by detection and containment time. Clear quantifiable metrics allow leadership to track progress, justify investments, and demonstrate risk reduction. This data-driven approach ensures governance efforts directly protect business value and enable informed decision-making. Let's do a quick recap of the key learnings covered in this video. In this video, we have learned to create RACI matrices using AI tools effectively, transform abstract governance goals into accountability frameworks, apply automated documentation generation for policy development, establish clear role assignments for cybersecurity objectives,